Good evening and welcome to Flat Earth Debate. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are watching this video and you are not subscribed, which is about 50% of the viewing audience currently, more than 50%, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside the show while it is live, and if you would like to join the panel, there is a link in the info box below this video. With the page you are currently listening to me on mute, simply click on the link in the info box below this video to join the show and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There are a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number one, please do not swear. If you do, you will be ejected. However, you will be warmly welcome back on the next show, so please don't try to rejoin the show using sock accounts. I've already shared the show on Facebook, Skype and Twitter, and I would encourage anybody who is currently in the live audience to please do the same. Gives me a chance while on camera to do a few shout outs immediately to those of you who have joined us in the live audience, so I will do that now. Nick L, very pleased to have you here. Good to see you, my friend. They lie, Ohio. Thanks for being here. Nice to see you too. OJ McBaggins, nice to see you in our live chat. Thanks for being here. Scooby-Doo, good to see you. Normal Gamer, thanks for being here. Very pleased to see you. Nice globe emoji. Maybe indicating what side of the fence you sit. Mr. Grimm has already been into the Hangout. Very, very keen and good for me because it means I can do these shout-outs nice and early without anybody testing. So thank you to Grim V, he's already been in. May not come back. He's seeing if he can... His absence will encourage a few more flat earthers to come forward with their arguments that might be a little bit more tentative. So we may not see Grim V today, although he is definitely the mascot of the show. He's the most prominent person in the thumbnail. So a big shout out to Mr. Grim V. Good to see you. Cat Earth, Alex, good to see you. Nice to have you here. Avid supporter of the show. Often encourages people to donate to the super chat. So good. Although in irony, I'm still appreciative. Cigar Face TV, good to see you here. David Quintana, good to see you. Ray says, yippee! Thanks for being here, nice to see you. Shruminati, good to see you. Curved Water, good to see you as well. Stop making them cry, Cat Earth. Has he been harassing the chat already, Curved? Good to see. Nathan Oakley's Dresser, good to see you. I think he's made a typo. Here I am, Dodo of the day, he says. JJ, good to see you as well. Nice to be in your company. That might be it. Xana, X-A-N-H, thank you for being here. Probably saying your name incorrectly, but nice to see you in our live chat. I'll scroll to the bottom, see if there's any other stragglers that are just about to join, and then I'll do my links and go to the photos. Raised by Gypsies, good to see you as well. And Tom, Turbot Tim, I think I'm saying that right, 129. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here. And Heather Doe. I'm going to get to the end eventually. I will get to do my links. You're going to come and help Daddy do his links? Come on then, Muncher. Frankie B. Flat, good to have you here. Nice to see you. And I think that's probably it. Gary Wayman. Howdy, howdy to you too, Gary. Nice to see you. Right, I'll do my links and then go to the photos. You may see me one more time just to do these links once more. Unless we get a a guest, in which case I'll just introduce them. But if you are new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. After looking at my stats, there's a good 50, maybe even 60% of the people watching these shows that are not subscribed, and it'd be wonderful to get to 5,000 subscribers before Christmas, so hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. If you'd like to support the channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside the show, and most importantly, if you would like to join the debate, there is a link in the info box below this video. With the page you are currently watching on mute, simply click on that link to join the show and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There is no swearing in the Hangout. If you do swear, you'll be kicked out, so please do not do so. With that, I'm going to transition across my photos, and once more, if you've not shared the show on social media, please do so. Good to see you, Gooch Eater and Leslie Beckwith. Pleased to have you here. Somebody joined and then dropped, but maybe have a guest in a moment, we shall see. B. Adam, thanks for being here. Shill Scanner, thank you for the advert earlier. I mirrored it. I know you've seen it already, but I'll plug you anyway. Click on Shill Scanner's name and sub to his channel. He's pumping out the content at the moment. He did another video about Mark Sargent, which I shared with him. He'll get a kick out of it like I did. Tim Osman with a double S, good to see you. Bipolar Fake Troll, Fake Tim Osman, good to see you too. Oh, I'm going to read that comment. Leslie Beckwith says, "You always get 2 likes out of me, lol. Did you all like yet?" Very good, Nathan. Thank you so much. Been joined by Tim Osman with a double S. Good to have you here, Tim. We may get some Indian scammer action today from Tim Osman with a double S. We shall see. Keeps jumping in and jumping out. If he does join and there are other participants, I shall request that they play along should we get a scammer on the hook. Amazing you can do it live. It must be very difficult to get them on the hook. Having watched a few from Hoax Hotel and a few other people, Ownage Pranksters, a few of them. Did I say hello to you, Paper Explainer? Pleased to have you here. Dawn Treader UK says, no! Scam calls, no! Yay! That's how I think. Yay to scam calls. Yay! Yay! Sleeping Warrior, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'll give it a couple more minutes. If we don't get our first guest, I'll do my links again. Perfect timing. So we have been joined by... Let's have a look what your name is. Oh, it's David, just with a different icon. Good to have you here, David. And we've also
How you doing?
Good, very well. And we've also been joined by Paper Explainer. Can you say a quick hello?
Hello.
Oh, you're very quiet. Let's turn you up. Can you try that one more time?
Hello.
Good to have you here. Very pleased to see you. And we've been joined by Curved Water.
Nathan. It's Paper Explanator.
Oh, my apologies. Explanator. Yes, you're right. I should really read it properly, just assume what it is. Explanator.
It doesn't matter.
No, it is important. Thank you for being here, all three of you. I will transition you across so the audience can see you, and I will pop myself on mute. No swearing, please. Good to see you all.
My level okay?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good, Curved. We've also been joined by Alex French. Good to have you here, Alex.
Hi, good to be here.
You're mega loud. Let's turn you down.
Sorry.
It's alright, it's all good. I shouldn't really say that, because then it puts you off and makes you think you need to be quiet, which makes it even harder to level you up. Just be natural.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Be natural. Be natural.
Where'd your avatar go, Cat?
Oh, hang on. Sorry. There's the cat. The cat is back.
Hey, Curved.
Hey, Paper, how you doing, man?
Yeah, you good?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm about to be entertained.
We don't want to hear it from the politicians over here.
Uh-huh. How many square miles can a truck drive during an eclipse?
Well, a long way.
Yeah.
We've also been joined
Hey,
by...
I want to throw a
Jamie.
shout out to Jed Skeptic Media for drinking that half bottle of whiskey last night and smoking that big cigar. I don't know if anybody saw that, but
Didn't. And just say a quick hello
he
to
took
Jamie
he
Woodstock.
took the video down anyway.
I'm joined by Jamie Woodstock. Good to have you here. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you for being here. Pleasure to have you.
No worries.
That sounds like Pete Shea to me.
I've been watching your interactions with Riley over on Heinrich's channel lately.
Oh, you were there, huh?
Well, I was listening.
Ah.
Hey, can you hear me, Nathan? You guys?
Yeah, you're perfect.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, we hear you,
That's
Jamie.
awesome. This
Yeah.
is I just caught onto your channel, Nathan, about a week ago, and I've just been watching. I just find it really interesting. I've never actually downloaded this Hangout thing, but it's amazing. Now
Don't
I'm
forget to
actually in the
subscribe.
talk.
And donate.
I've already subscribed.
And share. And
Do you know how to work the super chat, Jamie?
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe and send him loads of money.
Be
I've
generous,
already
man,
done
because you don't want to be one of them low donators. You know what I mean?
And you have to
No
share
way,
the
no way.
show as well. Share it. Don't forget to share.
I definitely will. Definitely will. How you guys going?
When the
Yeah,
flat
good,
earthers
good.
get done here, y'all gonna have to clean up the tables anyway.
Do you know
Yeah.
how to drive a truck, Jamie?
No, I'm actually a painter in Australia. A
Would you
house
like to
painter.
learn to drive a big rig?
Hey,
Oh,
we don't
what,
want
in
to hear that.
America?
Can you talk him through it, David? Can you talk him through how to drive a big rig?
I don't even want to get into it. It's above your head. I know that, Cat.
I do. I play
He
blues
doesn't
on
even know
the
he's talking
acoustic
to him.
guitar. That's about it.
I don't think I could drive one, to be fair.
You hear that, Cat?
Yeah, I
Don't you
know.
be talking that smack to David now.
Oh, okay,
Sorry,
whatever,
David.
Card, whatever it is. So, excuse me.
It was me, and you blame Cat. It's funny.
Aw, I feel it's okay. Jamie, are you a flat earther, bro?
I am on the
Come on,
fence,
man.
I
You got
would
to be on the
say.
flat Earth team today, man.
Nah, don't worry,
Tell
we'll
them,
get
know,
you. We'll get
we
you.
need a
You come
we
into
need a
Team
flat
Globe.
Earth. We need a flat earther on this side over here.
I definitely will. I'll have points to say on both accounts, but yeah, the flat Earth thing, I I do agree with all the because you know everyone has lied a lot of times about certain things, and I don't know, it's a very compelling story and a theory or hypothesis, but yeah.
It's a very compelling story. You're right about
Who's
that.
lied, Jamie? Who's lied?
Oh no, oh no, you know, all the stories, especially the guy. I hear a lot of bullshit from a guy called Truth on here, young guy, engineer wannabe or something.
Oh yeah, he's a flat
Truth's
earther.
great. Yeah. We love Truth.
He's very good. Yeah, no, I would no. I'm just on the flat Earth side. That is. I don't know. It is. I'm trying to debunk it myself, and yeah, it is very hard to debunk the globe model at the moment.
Yeah, it's almost impossible when
Yeah.
you really look at it. And
It
you
really
get
is. Yeah. It's
yeah.
amazing.
You've got your open mind, but you're going to do the right thing and end up on Team Globe. Yeah, don't want to be a silly
I'm not too
disco.
sure. No. I'm not anything. I play the blues guitar. I love my music, but I love these conversations more.
Jamie,
Yes.
what attracts you to the notion that the Earth might be flat?
I'm not too sure, man. I've got a very open mind, but I'm very skeptical. And the only thing is, man, I really want to tell everyone this is I'm a painter and I've worked on Hamilton Island in Australia before, if you guys all know that. Hamilton Island, yeah. And literally, I stopped work, I was having a beer with the guys, and literally standing on top of standing on top of Hamilton Island, I literally could see the curve myself just from an island. And I was painting around a pool, and pool makers actually curve some of their edges to the horizon line, to the curve. So that's just my experience, and I've always tried to ask guys, like, what do you think of that? Like, is that an illusion, or is that, you know what I mean? Like, what is that? Because I actually literally have photos on a phone at home of this, of that. Yeah.
Okay. Jamie,
You have photos of the curve, huh?
Definitely, and a pool, yeah, and a pool that's curved
You
too.
don't have no.
Yeah.
Now we know we have a baller on that side. Okay, you're a baller. There's no pictures of curved
no.
water. There's
Sorry,
no
man.
pictures.
I'm not here to argue. I love all you guys and have total respect for you guys. I've been listening to all you guys, but yeah, no, I'm not decided. I'm not a globalist, whatever. But yeah, I just really want to. I just want to really hear. Now you know what I mean, globalist, whatever.
Yeah.
But I really just want to hear both sides of the story and just really talk about it instead of, you know, a lot of people argue, but instead of just sitting down having a really good conversation about it and try and change
channel on
people's
this. This is a debate channel over here. See,
debate.
you got to understand something. Yeah, this is flat Earth debate. See, what we have here is a bunch of people that are trying to convince you live on a spinning ball over here. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't have any pictures of curved water. We can tell you that, or this thing wouldn't even be talked about.
Well, maybe if I just come into this conversation and start again quickly and just say, look, I'm very fascinated with the flat Earth, and I'm kind of going towards that. But in my own mind, I've literally seen it myself. You know what I mean? And when I saw it, I literally didn't even think anything of it because I was just, you know, oh, globes, you know, it's a globe, whatever. You know, I got taught that in school and everything. But once I saw it, nothing really registered. A few years later, I really got into this whole flat Earth thing, which I find it amazing. Just, it's so interesting to me. And I really do think there's definitely something there, obviously, or there wouldn't be a discussion about it.
Where are you from?
But yeah, I literally saw that, and I just, yeah.
Where are you from?
Australia.
Whereabouts?
Brisbane, Australia.
Yeah, you got it right in the chat. Who was it who guessed Brisbane?
That's cool, man. You're coming into this with a nice open mind. You're looking at both sides. You're not trying to be like dogmatic about it.
Yeah.
So I think we can save you from a lot of craziness.
Yeah, here we go. Here
I
we
used
go.
to be a flat earther, but they hate me saying that. They say I'm an Asian, but it's true.
We got some good stories going on. Started this debate, don't we?
Yeah, man. It's all we're all here just to troll you, Dave. We've all planned this earlier.
Jamie,
I'm not worried about it. We know how this is gonna go down. We waiting on these ball proofs. Was what we're waiting on.
Okay. Who was that talking there?
That's David.
David.
No.
I still would love to get an answer to the question that I've posed so many times, and I've never had a good answer. Here's the question. We've got 3 options. You know this, don't you, Kev?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, here's the question.
This is had the P here.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the 3 options. Either all of science and astronomy is wrong, or all of science and astronomy is lying, or you've made a mistake. Which one do you think that might be?
It could be a fourth option, sorry.
What's the 4th option?
Well, none of the above.
Well, yeah, none of the above, kind of. But
it's always a 4th option.
No, there isn't a 4th option.
Well, if you...
we got the none of the above already.
No 4th option allowed. You just got to pick one. Go.
Well, the 4th option is that you have systems in place that would lead people to believe that they're absolutely correct and telling the truth. And that's what many, if not all, flat earthers would postulate, that we are in the midst of
they're mistaken.
So they're wrong then?
All the maps are set up on 360 degrees, okay? And you can lay it flat or you can put it on a globe. It doesn't matter.
Wrong's the
What does that even mean? What does that mean?
Talk about peeling oranges again, please.
That's what
he's wrapping the orange now.
Sorry, Nick. What was the 4th option?
None of the above, man.
None of
next,
the
next proof.
No, but Nathan's 4th option was basically your first option.
So no. There's millions, literally millions of amateur astronomers who know very well what the system is. They're either all wrong, they're all in on the lie, or you've made a mistake.
It's generational, man. They taught this through the generations. It's just inbred in us, right? When we're little kids. What do you want?
No, it's nothing to do with being bred in.
Yeah, it is.
No. These people.
They start telling that story, and then you have teachers. When you're a little kid and you're 5 years old and you're in kindergarten, and you have a teacher telling you live on a spinning ball, you go and go on about your life.
David, these people are making observations on their own.
Man, we don't want to hear it. So does Crow 777. So what do you want to say about that? Is he crazy too?
Their own observations.
Yeah, he is.
Right, we've been joined by P. Mars. Pleased to have you here, P. Mars.
Mars.
Hey.
David, you're shouting and you're...
No, sir. What you're doing is you're telling me that you got all your proofs from a map that you don't have, and and I'm the one that's crazy over here. Okay.
What?
No,
you're the one that doesn't have a map. Pull your map out and say, "Hey, David, this is how the world works, and here's my globe map." Just pull out a globe. I don't care.
David, hang on, David. You're the one who said yesterday, I think it was, you said all of your globe Earth maps don't make sense.
No, I didn't say they don't make sense. You just don't have one that's to scale. Okay?
Yeah, the only one that's to scale is the one that is on a globe.
Sorry to interrupt you guys. We're joined by channel. Sorry, David.
Google Earth is perfect.
David, please. I just want to say hello to our new guest. We've been joined by Channel Q. Very pleased to have you here, Channel Q.
The only one that actually makes sense.
I just need each time someone joins, the quicker you can just let me get through this, the quicker we can get on with the arguing. But I just need her to reply so I can make sure she can be heard by the audience. That's all I want to do. So it just requires everyone to just keep quiet while the new guest says hello. How you doing, Channel Q?
Oh, hi. I was just coming by to drop that link in the chat. You guys should check it out. It's a pretty good video.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you
Thank you
anyway.
very much.
You're welcome.
David,
also,
the only map that actually works perfectly is the globe map.
What globe map you talking about, man? Let's see it.
Google Earth is perfect.
Yeah, on a computer screen, right? That's the one we need to look at.
Computer screen?
oh my
The
God.
way you look at Google Earth, isn't it?
The thing is, David, we've done this every time you're on the Hangout.
No, I don't want to hear about Google Earth.
Same thing.
We don't care what you want to hear about.
Keep showing it to
Obviously,
you.
you don't want to hear about Google Earth.
I want to hear about Google Earth.
That
God,
shit's
here we go.
all over your stupid
What?
theory.
See, the lack of a 100% accurate, proportional, flat map right there is a huge red flag that the freaking Earth is not flat.
Can I
You
say
can't
something,
do
guys?
it.
Today,
Only a globe represents what we observe. That's it.
Can I drink whiskey on the panel?
Yes.
Do what you like, Pete.
Go ahead.
Can I just introduce
All
Truth
of
Seeker?
the flat representations all have their admissions that there is distortions, because you cannot represent a three-dimensional projection in 2 dimensions without having distortions. That's simply the way it is. That's why there's dozens and dozens upon dozens of flat Earth representations. They all have distortions. The only
Does anyone here have any experience with geodetic
Hold on.
surveying?
Hey, Truth. Somebody was speaking, okay? Can you hang tight for a sec?
You haven't even been introduced. That's very rude.
the only representation that actually the proper representation of the Earth is on a 3-dimensional globe. That's the only way it works.
We've been joined by Truth Seeker. Pleased to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to bring up, does anybody have any good first-hand experience with geodetic surveying?
no.
Well, got a little bit, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Could somebody at least, kind of shine some light onto that?
How about
First-hand
driving
experience?
1,000 miles? Is that kind of like geodetic surveying when you're going down the road 1,000 miles?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You should answer Truth's question because we've gone over Paper's thing like 1,000 times now, haven't we? Like this whole map and distortion, and he just doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Was someone saying the other day about the lands aren't accurate on the globe map or any map?
Oh, we could explain it to Jamie then, so he can understand it. Then that's good.
Yeah, look at Google Earth if you want to look at it. That's their argument. You got to look at Google Earth.
Well, the basic principle, Jamie, is that you can't take something that's on a globe and flatten it out, right? Because we're on a globe. Yeah. It's not possible to flatten that out and have an accurate map. Do you know what I mean? That's why they have different predictions.
Definitely.
Can I ask you a question? How come I can buy one at Easy Mart then?
Yeah, but
how come you can buy one? What?
I could buy a map at Easy Mart down there that's got the United States all mapped out, 1 inch, 200 miles. Okay. How come there's not a picture of the? How come there's not a big map with the whole world on it at 1 to 200 miles? Huh?
Because the entirety of the globe cannot be projected onto a 2-dimensional surface without distortion.
But the ones you buy at Easy Mart can, huh?
Well, no, not really. Why don't you go do some research on maps, David?
Hey, look, I had a good point to bring up about geodetic surveying.
That's the same question day after day after day. Which again,
can you
is
shed some light on that geographic surveying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We should move on to that.
Yeah, geodetic surveying. That's a really good one.
What do you got, Dirt Man?
Somebody said they had experience. Waiting for that.
So what's your question?
Paper explanator.
Know a bit of geodetic
surveying. I wanted to hear somebody's first-hand experience with geodetic surveying. Simple.
On globe or flat Earth or
in the world that we all can we at least share one truth? We all live in the same world. So whether it is whether it's whatever shape it is, we all live in the same one.
Yeah.
Have you met Arwen?
Of course.
Yeah, okay, we all don't live in the same world.
Especially,
I would say
lives.
Arduin's much more grounded in reality. Yeah, I agree.
What about Pete Shea?
He's closer than most of you.
So you
all
want to
right,
hear
so we're going to talk about dododetic surveying.
Yeah, geodetic surveying. Thank you. And so I've actually been looking into the mathematics about this, and even they don't assume that we're on a sphere the size that NASA and modern science claims. Scientism, sorry.
Really?
How do you come to the conclusion?
Well,
what's the basis for that statement?
Most geodetic surveying is done digitally now. Nobody uses a manual geodetic surveyor.
Does that mean that the globe basically has not been surveyed geodetically
no, but
for hundreds of years?
Well, luckily, people on the internet have they have more knowledge than me, because this is secondhand, but they've put the equations out there to show that even the machines aren't set up for the sphere that you guys claim.
Explain, please.
The radius is only about half the radius of the current size of the globe is projected.
How do you figure that?
I was trying to figure out which side you were on.
I need some kind of a source, a citation, something. I know, but you tell us a lot of things. Do you have anything to back up what you're saying? Otherwise, it's a cool story.
Yeah, here, I'm going to copy and paste the link. 1 second.
Thanks. That's a good way to do these things.
Yeah, getting that link.
It's a globe, but it's half the size, as they're lying about the size.
They're lying about the size. The geodetic surveys know it.
If it's half the size, then we should see double the amount of curvature. And that
actually, that's not even true.
Who is they?
The Lord Milner roundtable groups, as Carol Quigley described. The Anglo-American establishment.
The Obama
Tragedy and hope, nigga.
We've been joined by Epistemology for Truth. Good to have you here.
You made yourself look so stupid.
Where are you putting this link, Truth?
I don't know. I think I just copied it in the chat.
In what chat?
Can you put it in the side chat here on the side?
I think that everybody's in.
Here in the Hangout?
No, he put it in the back chat thing.
I just want to get it since Louis can't fit on the panel. He just says I have no penis. I just want to lose more of his credibility.
Wow.
Go look in the penis. That is correct.
No, Louis Hackett just typed that. So we could.
He did in fact type that. He typed Truth Seeker has no penis.
We see how the argument is evolving into blind character assassinations and penis talk. Cool.
It's crazy, man. Can't believe that. But anyway, should we put the link in the group chat on the side? You know, the little chat thing on the side window here on Hangout.
My group chat's not up. I just put it in the group.
Are you on a phone?
If you just click to the top left of your screen, it should be a little chat icon.
Yeah, no. Last time I was on, it was in the bottom left or in the middle left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, does anybody know the chimp's name that went into space? Do you know that chimp's name? The first chimp that went into space. You know his name?
It's Dave.
No, it was Ham. Bobo. Oh, that's my dog's name. His name was Ham.
Bobo. You know Bobo did not look impressed in that video when you were talking about flat Earth. He's just looking at you like. Even Bobo knows the Earth's round, David. Come on.
Bobo knows the Earth's flat.
Got it figured out.
Okay, so
how far did they have to send Bobo up before he went? I mean, not Bobo, damn.
Oh my God.
Ham.
Was Bobo, actually.
How far did they have to send Ham up before he went into outer space? Who knows that?
I just looked it up on Google. It says it was a monkey called Sam, rhesus monkey, 88 kilometers, 1959.
There you go.
Sam.
It's almost like Dave. It's close.
All right.
But they said it's 160 miles up.
Do we have
so we're cool with debunking geodetic surveying? All right, we all agree. We all agree geodetic surveying's bunk.
Truth. Hang on a second. Have you done your thing with Bad Drivers of Peterborough yet, Nathan? That just joined.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. Who joined? Bad Drivers. Can you say a quick hello?
Mm-hmm.
See ya.
Good job.
Is it
Thanks,
true
Kurt.
when you go into outer space, the speed you're going, leave the
I looked at
atmosphere,
your
the speed
YouTube
that
video
you go,
link.
leave into space? Is
I
that
noticed it's from Taboo Conspiracy. Do you have anything a little bit more kind of like
Yeah, you know, you said you'd done the mathematics. Could you show us the maths you've done?
Yeah, rather than you've seen the video. So what is the source for this half radius thing? Can you give a source for that without citing a YouTube video, something a little more scholarly or something maybe? Is that unfair?
You really think they've measured all the water in the world? I don't even think in the year 2017 they've mapped out all the water in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they modern scientism is very clear that they don't have much knowledge of the oceans.
Truth, do you have anything to substantiate your claim from earlier?
Yeah, I sent it in the chat, and they're all fighting bananas over it. Go.
Yeah, but you also said you'd done the math. You'd figured some maths out, or did you not mean that? You haven't done the maths yourself, have you?
This is secondhand math. This is
you
secondhand
didn't
math
do the
that was given.
So,
But it revealed
you're telling
that
me
even
that the Earth is flat because the radius is only half of the claim
no,
size.
we're just showing that some of your best evidences for a globe don't even use the mathematics that your supposed globe is.
Do you realize, seriously, do you realize what having the radius would do to measurements and curvature and everything like that?
I know if I wanted to make an accurate survey over 10 square miles, that it would need to be based off the most approximate calculation of this sphere possible.
What is the radius? What is the radius of Earth? And what's the radius
Go look, click the link. You guys always say that I never provide them. I provided the link. Now the burden of proof is on you.
No, but you
to
should
at least read it.
Yeah, but we wanted to. It's a video. Kind of wanted to see.
And basically,
and
it's a video,
you've
but it's
watched
basically
it,
just
so
a
you
bunch.
can
It's a bunch of mathematics and words, and you'll.
In other words,
so you don't know if that's true though, do you? Because you don't understand it. I wouldn't understand it.
And your claim makes no sense. What you're claiming actually makes less than no sense.
No, the claim is the guy actually took out the code and software to see what equations the machine runs off of, and it doesn't even run off a spherical ball of the size that we claim that we live on, or the scientists.
What does it run on, and what's your source for this information? And I don't want to
watch the video, and it'll give you the exact reference, but it's basically comes down to it only uses something about half the radius of the current size.
I'm not watching a video from Taboo Conspiracy.
Where's your piece of equipment?
Please.
Where's y'all's piece of equipment that shows it is curved? Where's that piece of equipment at? Huh?
Truth, that's ridiculous.
Where's that curved Earth equipment at?
You guys always say flat Earthers always say that you guys literally don't believe any statistics from the scientists, but you literally just brought up statistics from a scientist for your thing.
We know NASA are the globe-sized
largest
guys.
It's a guy who leaked out the actual equations that the software runs off of.
But why is he more trustworthy than the scientists that you guys don't believe in? Why is he more trustworthy?
Because we clearly are finding out we've been deceived. Hello, we're past this point. We've already been lied to.
Yeah, I know.
Now it's
guys,
out
the
how deep
first
the lie
thing
goes.
I come on here, I literally, I know it's word against word, but I literally have seen the curve. I literally worked with pool builders that built pool edges to curve to the actual curvature horizon line of our Earth. And I didn't even think of anything to do.
Swimming pools?
Swimming
Satan
pools.
is the great deceiver.
What's the longest
Oh
swimming
my
pool?
God.
I want to calculate the curvature on that. What's the longest swimming pool you've been? 50, 60 feet? What is it?
Well, this pool, I think, was about, 50 along the horizon line. Just that edge looking out.
All right, let's calculate the curve. That's incredibly easy. I'm going to get on Mick West's site right now. He's a great guy. Really good, credible guy.
But so basically, is that an illusion to me then, looking at the Earth?
Would you at least admit?
Well, look at that curve.
Would you at least admit Mick West is a credible source?
I don't know who Mick West is. Why is everyone always talking about Mick?
Hey,
anyway.
and I need this is super important. This is important. That guy Taboo Conspiracy in the video description of the garbage that True Seeker linked, he says the following video was taken from, and he cites Eric Dubé's The Flat Earth Conspiracy book. Do you have an actual source for any of this truth
in Eric
seeker?
Dubé's world,
True.
Here, let's ask this question first before we start hunting for credible sources. Is there any type of funding into the research that we're talking about?
Hold on. No. I don't think you understand how this works. You just made a claim.
Excuse me, sir. I was speaking.
No, I was.
All I gotta say.
And you are lying.
Yeah, he is lying because
you get that. You're lying.
Is there any funding for the topics we're speaking about?
Is there any citation
never going to be the
fact
source.
for what
This is
you
the
have
logical
stated
fallacy
so
you hide
far?
behind. You hide behind the logical fallacy of baiting for evidence.
You hide behind garbage videos based on a book from Eric Dubé. What facts do you have regarding this?
How far can the farthest ship travel in one direction and get back without fueling up? Huh?
It's time the crabs in the bucket stop pulling each other down.
What is the radius of the truck?
What's the farthest a ship can travel in one direction without fueling up and get back?
Probably about a week or so. Truth Seeker, where's something to back up your lie from earlier?
Before you get into that, can I just say a quick hello to Shill Scanner? So we've been joined by Shill Scanner. Pleased to have you here.
Friends, how are you doing, man?
Very well. Thanks for being here.
Hola.
Okay, good to talk to you guys, man. I like you like the new nice introductions from different introduction I make for you, Nathan.
Perfect. I shared the one that you made for Mark as well with Mark himself, so
and I like it too. Hey, it's getting winter there, man. You hunker down with a hot chocolate and a blanket, you know?
I am, yeah. That's exactly how it is.
Okay, my friend. I'll let you guys get back to talk. I jump in every once in a while. Okay, my friend? Thank you.
Just one more thing. Truth, if you could just mute when you're not talking, it's just we hear so much background noise.
Okay, I muted. And Twit, why you say, this guy, man? I owe you 1,001, friend. I mute now.
Not you, my friend. The other guy, Truth Seeker. You've only just got here. You're good.
Should we get back to exposing Truth Seeker?
Again.
I triple dog dare you because I have no skeletons in my closet and I stand on truth.
Dog dare.
I don't need a peanut gang of defenders.
You just repeated a lie based upon some stupid ass video that you don't know anything about, based on crap from Eric Dubé. That's your only source, and you're coming in here making a claim that is actually so ass backwards to common sense. It's not even funny.
The only thing you facts you got is a ball made in China.
Radius is half of what they say it is. That's no way to make any kind of an argument.
I get it. You're the professional skeptic. You'll never accept anything. I get it.
No, dude.
I'm not trying
to nobody should accept the garbage that you've spewed here so far.
No, they shouldn't. They should do their own research and use their own discernment to come to similar conclusions that I have, because that's the truth.
No. Oh my god.
If the ball earthers are so smart, why they let all their jobs go to China?
So Truth believes something that somebody,
because a lot of these guys,
without doing any research of his own, he's just parroting, regurgitating what he got out of the retard video based on Eric Dubé's book.
A lot of these guys will do or say anything for money. They have no conscience or morals. It's as simple as that.
Well, you're the one that's exhibiting that type of behavior here. You have no interest in the truth. You have no interest in the facts. Your name itself is a lie.
Okay, I'd like to see some proof for those claims you just made. Those were 3 claims. I'm waiting for the proof.
Listen to you speak. There's my proof.
I can prove
it's just funny.
I can prove it.
It seems you don't like to taste your own medicine, and it's bittersweet.
I'll prove it right now. Give me your explanation of our best argument, the 2 celestial poles. Explain that now as a globe earther, just to prove you understand the point.
I understand the point, and I don't
why
see how.
Why is it the best evidence for the globe?
I don't even see how that's possible.
You can't explain it. There you go.
I don't see how that's possible. No, I'm conceding that I can't even
conceptualize. I know how it works. You drive from Chicago to Chile. You look at the North Star. You look at the North Celestial Plane in Chicago. When you drive down there to Chile, you look at the Southern. That's the way it works.
Guess so. But it's not really why it's the best proof for the curve of the Earth, is it?
No, it's not.
No, so you don't understand it, do you? So maybe you should try and understand the arguments before arguing against them.
I just had to figure it out.
It's clear the best proof of the curve would be an actual image of curve that didn't involve a horizontal line of water and a mirage.
Well, yeah, their best crew is like a shot.
What about all the high altitude balloon footage? Why does that not count?
Repeat yourself, sorry.
So I hope you are all enjoying the show thus far. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, which is more than 50% of the people watching this video, please subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. I'm hoping to hit around 5,000 subs before Christmas, so please subscribe if you've not done so already. Same goes for sharing. If you've not shared the show already, please share it on social media. The current peak for this show is around 145 live viewers, and we're at around 120 now, so I'd really like to get that number to 150. That would be fantastic. It would make my day. If you'd like to support the show, there is a super chat that runs alongside, and more importantly than anything else, if you would like to join the debate, there is one space left. We're a little bit heavy on globe heads, so if there is any flurfers that would like to join, there's just been a network error for a few people, so there's now a few more gaps if any flat earthers want to get in to even up the numbers. Please feel free to click on the link in the info box below this video. Make sure to mute the page that you are currently watching. If you are watching, click the mute page, click the mute button, and then click the link to join and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There are only a couple of rules. Number one, please do not swear. If you do, you'll be ejected. If you are ejected, please do not try to rejoin using sock accounts. You'll be welcome back on the next show. Once more, if you've not shared the show already, please do so. Subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate.
I think you guys were expecting more low-hanging fruit, and you actually got some competition now.
Okay, yeah.
Can you
I agree.
share that for me, Kurt?
So you get, well, once we show you the balloon footage with the curve, you're going to go back to the ball now, finally. Is that it? Because we finally show you.
No, I would definitely go off of camera footage when I've seen so much camera fakery, but
so it's pointless, really, isn't it?
I keep my mind open. No, I don't even claim the Earth's flat. Ooh, mic drop. I don't even claim the Earth's flat. I just know it's not the current shape.
You claim it's a blue testicle.
That'd be more realistic than what they tell us now.
David, do you believe Earth is flat because of truck? Or I don't get it. Do you say start up big V10 and you shift to 33 gears and that is why Earth is flat? I don't get it, man. But I like you, I just want to know why. I don't get your point.
The main point is that there's not a map of the world. That's the main point that everybody needs to get here, and they're not going to let. That's what I like to talk about.
He loves talking about it.
Yeah, but you say you get in truck, and I don't understand how truck equals,
What makes you? Do you really think you're going to be riding upside down if you drive 12,000 miles?
Well, in comparison, it could be possible. I don't know. I'm on the fence about the shape of Earth, but I don't.
Chill,
yes,
brother.
Yes, my friend.
Are you from the Kremlin? Are you comrade from the Kremlin?
Well, my mother's from Mother Russia, where vodka, you drink vodka, you don't drink it.
Oh, I love vodka.
Well, and my father's from Falu Akbar, so I'm a little.
Oh, my father's from St. Petersburg.
Right now, though, I live in mother's basement. I eat chips off kitchen floor, so my dad's name is well. Do you want to know name? I'll give you a background. I'll give you a little background. My father's name is tickle my prostate with a feather, and my brother's name is Ligab on my dick tip, and my uncle's name is shits on kitchen floor. So I don't know what you want from me.
Can we get back to
actually having Indian name? Like shits on kitchen floor. Yes.
Can we stop having a stand-up bit and get back to a real debate? This is
not a stand-up bit, my friend. I'm just talking. I apologize, but my question is why does the truck make it flat?
It's super convincing.
I'm convinced.
What is that? What, my friend?
Can we go?
True's just got a downer on everyone. He's a bit of a Debbie Downer. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I've become interested in FE because of Mark.
We just like to minimize the distractions and get back to the topic at hand. That's all.
Can I just ask Shield Scanner just to clear something up? Are you actually Pete Shea?
No, my friend.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay. I've got a good question though. Why is it when I go in Alu helicopter, I go up in there, and I come back down, and I'm back in starting area, original, area starter. Why do I come back to that and I don't come down in a different place sometimes? Can you explain that to me? Because I feel like you guys say it's relative or something. I don't know, but can you explain, please?
It's gravity.
It's just gravity. That's it. Okay, that's my answer. Okay.
No, that's what they're going to tell you.
So if I fly up in Olu helicopter and I come back down, I throw a sticky C4 bomb on it or something, or whatever. I blow up house. I don't know. You blow me. I don't care. But why is it so that it is? I come back down in a different. I don't come back in a different place. I come back in the same place. What can I do? Can I do?
Because my friend the Kremlin ensures that your helicopter arrives right where it started from.
There you go.
This is what I thought as well.
We've been joined by Lewis.
Oh my
How you
God.
doing, Lewis? Good to have you here.
In Soviet
There are a lot
Russia.
of Russians here on the main.
Hello, Lucille. I like you, man.
He got a little bit of liquid courage.
Just a little bit
Well, I
tonight.
sit back and I smoke the funk, I smoke the greenery, get a little bit buzzed up, and then I come on the hot debates, I come on here. Everybody know that.
No greenery
Oh,
for me.
everybody out there, make sure you hit that super like or whatever,
Yes, give Nathan some money to keep the hangout going.
Yeah, super share it. Come on.
Oh, you guys are just hobbyists. You all have income some other way. Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
it's true. Yeah.
What is your income, truth saker?
Oh, don't
I'm
go
an
on about that
I'm an
again.
instructor.
Bloody hell,
I'm an
all the
instructor, sir.
questions.
Thank you for asking. It's a good
Oh, he loves
job that I
talking
would
about
actually
it.
wake up to. and
I
go to.
really want to know. Please go on.
What do you want to know? I watch dirt, concrete, asphalt, masonry grow. It's pretty interesting.
Mason. He said he's a mason. Just heard it. He said he's a mason. Can't
I
trust
am.
Mason.
You're a
I'm
mason.
trained in the art of masonry.
You
He's a
say you're
mason, bro.
Freemason. You say you're Freemason, truth saker.
Everybody needs to chill out, man. Just chill out a little bit right
I'm
now.
a
Everybody can be a Mason
Rosicrucian.
here. It's okay.
I'm a Rosicrucian.
He's a Rosicrucian Mason.
By the way, my favorite source of that accent is Teddy KGB in Rounders, played by what's his face, John Malkovich, where he says, "Pay him, pay that man his money." You guys know the movie I'm talking about? Rounders. Come on, Matt
I like
Damon.
how everybody guesses who I am in chat. They're all very scared and worried. They're like, "Who's this guy?" He comes in, he talks. He's, I'm just a guy.
Who
I'm
is
just a
this
guy who
Russian
lives on.
agent?
Yes, man. I live on mom's basement floor. I eat chips right off of it. I'm nothing special, man.
There's a lot of Marxist propaganda in flat Earth.
Much Marxist
Well,
propaganda. Thank you,
So
Paymars.
even Globers are anti-left.
But there are Globers who are left. How can that be?
I'm independent myself, but I appreciate it.
I thought
Both
flat
registered
earthers did not
players.
participate in the electoral system.
Can someone share that balloon link there?
Yeah, let's do the balloon link. Come on, let's do it.
Someone share it for me,
Balloon
please.
link. Come on, Nathan.
Anyone? Can someone do it?
How long would a balloon float for? What's the longest a balloon's ever been in floated up, stayed up in the air? Anybody know the
Wow,
answer to that?
how interesting to think about.
Yeah. Have you ever got a balloon for like your birthday or something? How long it'll stay up in your living room? It'll stay up 2 or 3 weeks.
It'll depend on what is inside the balloon, what the balloon
What is this?
made of.
What is this accent you do, Lucille? I don't get it. Are you making fun of me? I don't
It sounds
understand.
almost Irish, actually. It sounds like a Russian.
It's very
Irish.
bad, man.
Yeah, it sounds like Russian.
Have you ever heard of
such a bad one,
e-dupes?
man.
It's
Ever
not.
heard
It's
of
not.
e-dupes?
Hey, Lewis, you know what, Lewis? Lucille,
Let Lewis
fornicate
get
you,
after
man.
it. I ain't worried about Lewis. We know he's crazy anyway.
Fornicate you, Lewis, for that, man. Fornicate you for doing that, man. I don't like that.
Fornicate Lewis. Have you ever heard of e-dupes?
Excuse me, my friend?
E-dupes. E-dupes
Well,
TV.
What's that, little Dos Equis?
He's so insensitive.
You know who that reminds me of, Lewis?
Not
Is,
a little bit of the Dos Equis.
Lewis, have you ever watched Ghostbusters 2? And there's the character Janusz Polha, who's the guy who's trying to kind of get with Sigourney Weaver. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I've never
Ghostbusters 2.
seen that. I haven't seen that.
Come on. You've never seen Ghostbusters 2? It's a classic.
I like the first one.
I like her in her underwear and on aliens.
Yeah, I mean, the first one's the best, obviously. But the second one was entertaining, Statue of Liberty walks into the New York City.
Let's look at the balloon footage. You can see curvature, clear and obvious curvature.
Yep.
No
Accent
GoPro.
gets worse and worse, my friend.
They control.
Yeah,
the
so this
Statue
is
of
you
Liberty with the
can
necessary
watch the horizon jump up and down, and clearly this is a rectilinear lens with minimal distortion.
Yes,
And
everybody
this is Dwayne
click
Kellum,
on
who's a
it.
flat earther. You can see that as the horizon bounces up and down, you don't see this sort of convex concave distortion that you do with a wide angle lens with the GoPro footage. So now that you've seen the curved truth, are you convinced yet or no? Not yet.
Oh, he left.
There we go.
Hopefully
We
he
win.
comes.
We
Oh, no,
win.
it's a bug. It's a bug.
No, it's not a bug. We win.
He'll be
Oh,
back soon. Oh, he's back. All right.
truth.
What
We
do you-
win.
All right. Oh, of course,
Truth.
guys. You can never ban me.
No, we
What
don't try and ban you. We just win.
What do you think of this curved horizon?
We ain't got a ding ding tonight.
Well,
We're fixed to though.
Just going
I
off
don't
of
know.
how he presented it, he said this doesn't have much distortion.
No, look, you can see. Don't be silly, truth. Look, you can see it's
No,
not
but we're
bending. It's going
on
up and down.
recording. You even said this looks to be a rectilinear lens. We don't have any confirmation as such.
there is
If we
distortion.
Yes,
rewind,
you do. Yes, you do. You do have
If we-
confirmation. The confirmation
If
is
there
that it
is
is not
distortion, it
warping.
will not be on one side.
Is space frictionless? Is that what
Hey, look.
what we're taught? Is
Okay,
that
but we're
space
not
is
talking about
frictionless,
that
right?
right now. We're not talking.
Is that what they teach you when you're in kindergarten? That space is frictionless.
Okay,
You go-
David, please
David,
muzzle your.
calm
I'm asking.
down.
I want to ask that. You know, who knows the answer to that?
Why don't
Yeah,
you
we don't have-
focus
we don't
on the
have-
We're talking about
footage?
something else now, David. We'll do that
So-
next. Yeah.
So truth.
Sorry, guys.
There is any level distortion
Sorry, buddy.
when the horizon goes below the center of the lens and above the center of the lens. You would see you would see if there's any distortion, you would see it go from convex to concave, or you would see the curve flatten out and then get more curved and flatten out and get more curved. But
I'm
as it
well aware
bobs up and down,
that's what a typical wide-angle lens does.
Yeah,
What if
there's
you
no
made-
lens
what if
that's
you-
only gonna
what if
curve
you
in one
made-
direction.
What if you made a lens with just a partial bit of wide angle? It would show just the slightest bit of curve.
Oh,
and
so
wouldn't
that's
see
what
the
you think. You
major
think it's
difference.
possible there's just a partial bit of the curvature, and that's what it's causing. Well, there is absolutely zero
Oh my God, the way he says
Anyway,
curvature
caused
is
by the
so bad.
lens.
If the lens was curved in any way, as you see it sort of tilting around
First
as
off,
it bounces
where's your
around,
straight
you
line?
would see the distortion
Where's
changing
your straight
angles as
line?
well.
I don't see curvature until you Photoshop your straight line.
Well, it's curved. You can take a screenshot and run a straight line on it.
No, that's what I'm asking for.
What do you mean? That's what you're asking for?
I'm asking for because I don't have Photoshop. I don't mess around with computers.
You want me to take a screenshot? I can do that for you if you want, but I mean, it's pretty obvious that there's curvature. You can put a ruler up
I'd
against
say,
it.
you know, just for objectiveness sake, take 5 or 6 screenshots and see if all 5 or 6 show a curve, and then you might actually have me leaning back.
He's jerking you
okay.
around.
Can you really not see the curve there, bro?
Oh my God, he's jerking him around on screenshots, man.
You not see the curve?
So that looks
Look
like
at
a straight
that
line to you right there, Truth. You actually need me to take a screenshot of that and
jerking
go into
us off,
Paint
man.
and draw a
Come on.
line.
No, Eric, let me speak. What I would need you to do is provide the actual lens that was taking that photo. I'd need to see the actual camera, and then I would need to see the lines. Yeah, that's pretty
So
objective.
since you make $54 an hour,
Even Nathan can see it.
since you make $54 an hour, you're bullshitting.
Look, you can keep trying to insult me.
You can launch your own balloon for under $1,000 with your own lens and do this
You
experiment
guys are
for
so
yourself.
jealous of
the
how
way-
much more money I make than you guys selling.
But
your
for
souls.
right
It
now,
hurts you.
for
It
this
hurts
moment
you.
in time, Truth Seeker, does it look curved?
No.
It-
Bottom
Are they
line.
spending
I don't
any
think-
Sorry, guys, to
to build outer
interrupt.
space now?
Can you just
Or is that what
check
they're
your
doing?
watch page? If you want to have a look at your watch page, I've got a straight edge against it.
Y'all need to Google Astro Chimps.
I think I just heard Nathan say he's
Yeah,
not
isn't
flat
his
Earth
name
anymore.
Ham?
He's seen the curve.
Astro Chimp, he said his name is Ham, right? A chimp named Ham.
Yeah, his name's
Can
Ham.
you see the curve,
Ham.
Truth?
Honey Ham the chimp. Okay, I can look him up.
Let me see a straight line next to it. That'll help me determine.
Oh, well, you have a book or a straight edge or something in your immediate environment, right? There are a lot of straight edges in life. You should be able to.
You're an engineer, True.
Yeah, you're an engineer, exactly.
Get your
You should
ruler
be
out.
able to know this.
Do you know, True, guys, I had a friend in a band. He was very young. He was an engineer. And I was always like, dude, why are you playing in this shitty punk band when you're an engineer? And he was like, oh, you know, I did my degree, but that's about it. And he just didn't do a job. He didn't have a job or anything. It's like, well, you're not really an engineer.
Hey, before this, I worked at a crappy environmental company, and I got fired because I actually cared about the environment, and I caught my company cooking the books. And I took official note of it.
Awesome. That's awesome. Do you see curvature?
Nope.
Oh, well, okay, good. Good to have that answer.
Truth,
All right.
man, I really want to know, Truth. The first thing I came on this thing, and Nathan, I love this, big fan. Yeah, but also, like, I literally have seen the Earth's curve with my own eyes, and everyone just shifts away from that comment. But, like, if I saw it with my own eyes, what would that be then?
Here,
I'll tell you why
they do
people
that exact same thing to me
You
too.
must have some fisheye contact lenses or something, man.
Oh, I do. Yeah, my eyes are round. They're a sphere. My eyes are a sphere. Did you know that?
This is why people.
lenses, man.
This is why people shift away because in the
But
form.
Dude, I've never worn glasses or contacts in my life. I've seen it myself. You can
listen.
You've got regular fisheye contact lenses if you see.
What about they curve pools to the fucking curvature of the horizon line?
No swearing, please. No swearing.
Sorry, man.
The reason why people discredit that is because in the form of law, where evidence is actually burden of proof is way more important than right now. Firsthand accounts is the weakest form of evidence. That's why.
Well, if the court was where
totally
we decided what the truth was, then we wouldn't have scientists. We just have a bunch of judges walking around.
Where's y'all's Ball Earth map at? I want to see that Ball Earth map.
Dave is a troll.
Anybody
Truth, you got to admit, whatever your explanation is, you can see there's a curve on this video, right? We've just shown you that. It can't not see that curve. You don't see it.
To a lens that is
semi-wide angle, right? You see this curve here.
Yeah, which you could easily be done with a wide angle lens.
Okay, but there's a video set on by.
Is that on the top of the ball? Is that on the top of the ball? The side of the ball?
Then the horizon would go. Then the horizon would be flattening out as it goes towards the bottom, and then it would be getting more. And then it would be curving as it goes towards the top, right? Curving upward. It'd be curving upward as it goes towards the top. So
how about if you're sideways on the ball?
Or rather, I have it backwards.
Sideways out into outer space.
It'd be curving up as it goes lower and lower, and then as it goes upward.
So now we need to determine: are there lenses that just keep it one convex and one concave, or is there ones that do switches back and forth?
No, because that would be impossible to do. That would be impossible to do optically. Because
you guys know Eric
Dubé. Can you cite the evidence for that impossibility?
You guys know Eric Dubé, don't you?
Yeah.
So why doesn't he travel over the South Pole himself? I'm sure he can afford it.
He's just trying to sell books, bro.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
How about just go over the North Pole? We right here, and you just go to Chicago. How come they just go 2,000 or 3,000 miles over the North Pole?
Have you tried it, Dave?
I don't like the cold.
Well, that's
so none of the flat earthers have, gone to Antarctica or taken two boats in opposite directions to go around the 60,000-mile ice wall or any of that.
Well, here's a better question. Do you guys know how many people have north-south circumnavigated?
Zero. Before you finish your question, I know the answer. Zero.
Oh, no, wrong, Louis. Actually, 3. And if you go look this up,
no, not north-south. Nope, 0.
No, you go look it up. They're claiming people have done it because I've tried to debunk it, and they're claiming
it's not possible unless you have a jet that can go faster than the speed of the rotation of the Earth.
Okay, well, I want you to look into this because right now in the official record, they're claiming 2 to 3 people have for sure done this.
Who are they?
What?
Who are they? It's always who and they and.
Easy on the Dos Equis, Louis.
Check it out.
I'm not sure where this one's going.
It's not possible to circumnavigate the globe north-south and arrive back at the same spot that you were because the inertial reference frame of an aircraft is different from the surface of the Earth. So as you travel north and south, there is a difference in the rotational velocity of the Earth compared to the aircraft. So you get this drift effect so that when you actually go over, you're not flying to the opposite side in relation to where you took off from. You're turning into something more like maybe 9 o'clock.
Amelia Earhart was going to prove the flat Earth, but the Japanese government executed her.
Yeah, that sounds really plausible. Thanks to Mars.
Hey, True Seeker, real quick. I skimmed through your garbage video, and I'm not seeing anything to support anything that you said about the half radius with the surveyors.
Yeah,
could you provide possibly a timestamp or something?
A video
to
didn't
show
have
everybody
anyone
that you're not
opening a
just
box
a complete, utter lie.
Because you said the dude had opened the box.
You can only straw man attack. You can't attack the substance at hand.
No, we're tracking a substance.
You just say it's not credible. No, you don't. You don't
I just asked for a timestamp for where that information is provided.
If you would actually address the argument at hand, then you.
What's
then
your
we're
argument?
Debating.
Yeah, we don't
All
know what
you're
the
You
doing is
moron!
cast
I'm
logical.
asking you for the timestamp that supports what you
Listen
said.
to me. All you
You're
do is cast
claiming
logical
in this
doubt.
video.
Truth
Where is
seeker.
it?
don't
Maybe
debate.
if you just
You
repeat your
don't
argument,
debate.
we can
Fuck
address
you,
that,
man.
and you can stop complaining about what you think we're doing. What's your
No,
argument?
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
What's your
So
argument?
where in the video do they say that about half the radius? Truth. Where in the video is that?
Jeez, now,
I've
Well,
skimmed
the
through the
first
video. I've
satellite
not
wasn't
seen
even
it.
launched till
Where is it?
1957.
David,
for real.
shut up.
What's next? Do I have to? What's next? Do I have to wipe your bum
True.
too?
True.
No,
We're
you have to make a debate, an argument, man. Like you
I
said,
don't
this is
think
flat Earth debates, bro. Like we're here.
there's
north,
nothing
south,
in that video
circumnavigation.
about
Is
what
what we're
you're
talking about,
saying.
right?
Can't explain it, but watch this video and
There's nothing
that'll
in the
make
video.
sense. That's not a very good debate.
So let the record show Truth Seeker is a lying coward once again.
I'm going to play out this.
No, I'm actually looking at the video so I can get the exact
So,
thing.
Truth Seeker, do you understand your conspiratorial mindset where you're willing to dismiss all the globe evidence which we've shown you, which is balloon footage with a rectilinear lens, obstruction on the horizon from various different people?
Just where have you shown me it's a rectilinear lens? You never show me the lens. You just claim it is. You
You
claim
see
it's
the
a
horizon
lens.
bouncing up and down within the lens. It's obvious that it's
You
not,
never-
because if it was
You
a wide
never
angle lens,
provide
you would see distortion in the horizon.
Show him the rectum lineator, man. Come on.
I'm going to play this footage that you shared, Epistemology. I don't know if it's a different launch.
The
Is
same
it the same one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Play
same
it's the same
one.
one.
Play it
in
Oh,
all
okay.
the glory.
No worries.
If you compare it to all the GoPro footage with a wide angle lens, you will see that the horizon will be drastically changing its shape as it moves above and below the center of the lens. That's how you know that this is a rectilinear lens.
I can bend over and look at you. That's how I know I got the rectum
So you
lineator in my
understand your
hands.
conspiratorial bias, right? Where you're not willing to accept anything, really. I mean, you think all the world governments, like even North Korea and the other enemies of the West, for some reason they keep the secret going. They don't blow it. They don't blow the flat Earth wide open, right?
I think there's a lot of stupid people in this world. That's what I think.
I think that too, David. I think you're one of them, though.
Oh, that's me.
He might be two of them.
And you got to remember that if your mama was brainwashed, your grandma was brainwashed, your great grandma was brainwashed, why wouldn't you be brainwashed?
Well, actually, you know how about the cycle of poverty works? That's how the cycle of stupidity works.
When you point a finger, Lewis, there's 3 pointing back at you.
4 point back.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
it's
P.
3,
Mars.
yeah.
You're brilliant.
True.
You're a
I
brilliant
always
guy.
like that saying. It's a good one. It's my favorite.
Hello.
So,
Who's got pocket
Just
aces?
a regular burrito, thanks.
So 50
Yes,
years ago, they
give me
went into
burrito.
outer space for the first time,
hot
huh?
chicken, thank you.
Hot chicken.
And can I get extra chicken?
I was balls
Guacamole
deep in the
and
left.
sour
Next
cream.
thing you know, tripped over a tree stump, found a crick. Proof. Earth is flat.
And 2 Coronas. That's it.
Jamie's getting 2 Coronas and he's got extra chicken in his burrito.
I wish I could play along with David's gag here, but it's just too annoying.
Not me.
But anyway, so
Jamie, can you pop yourself on mute, my friend? For some reason.
we've done the curve. We're showing him the curve on the camera.
Jamie, can you pop yourself on mute?
Truth said some absurd things about north-south circumnavigation, and I really want to hammer that.
Wait. We can get into this, Lewis, because I had to step out while you were talking about that. What was your contention, Lewis? Can you repeat it for me?
Basically, the Coriolis causes a difference in the rotational speed of the Earth compared to the aircraft as it flies north or south. So as the aircraft flies north or south, in order to circumnavigate...
No, but the aircraft is
Fornicate
always
that,
holding
man.
a
That's
heading.
bullcrap, man.
The
Fornicate
aircraft is
that.
always holding a heading, so it can scrub away any type of Coriolis inertia that it's carrying with it from the equator.
No.
Wait,
As
are
an
you saying
aircraft
an
flies-
airplane can't hold? Are you saying an airplane cannot hold a course? Is that what you're saying?
As if it's flying north and south over the North Pole, you have to make a right or left-handed turn.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, you're talking total nonsense now, Lewis. You're talking total. I'm sorry, but you are. An aircraft is a powered device, right? It's not a projectile following a ballistic trajectory. So the aircraft can hold any heading that it wants because it has
Right.
power to
Yeah,
do so.
and that if it holds a straight heading compared to where it started
No,
from.
but airplanes never hold a straight heading because they always have winds aloft
Right,
to
of
deal with.
course.
They have all sorts of other. They have things that are always trying to deflect it off its course, which is why the autopilot is always holding a heading. So the heading hold will also cancel out any Coriolis.
Well, that's what the autopilot's for.
Right, or manually flying a heading, but airplanes fly a heading because they're getting blown around by crosswinds and all sorts of things, right? The Coriolis is just one effect that's trying to deflect the plane from its desired path, right?
I'm just saying that the literal line, the trajectory that an aircraft will take.
But aircraft never fly a ballistic trajectory. They always are holding a course. So it's a kind of a silly thing to say. Now, if you're going to say you're going to launch a bullet or something, then you would be right, because a bullet is not guided. If it's following a ballistic trajectory, like if you were launching a massive shell that could somehow fly out of the atmosphere and go around the Earth, and it followed the ballistic trajectory, you're right, because the Coriolis would deflect its path, so it would never hit the North Pole, right? It'd fly a curved path because of Coriolis, but an aircraft is different because it's flying through the atmosphere and holding a course, and it's powered, right? So I think that's what I think that curved. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what you were getting at, right?
Thank you very much. Too. Thank you.
Jamie, can you hear us?
I was saying that to my knowledge, circumnavigation north-south has not occurred, and it's because of this difficulty caused by
Nathan's trying to get a message through to Jamie.
Yeah, we need to sort this out.
Yeah, for some reason it just will not let me mute him. You know, I can mute curved, but not Jamie. It just won't let me.
What's up? Jamie's here.
We can hear you ordering McDonald's or whatever, and it's just really irritating. You know, you're laughing, but it's just really irritating to everybody on the panel and everybody watching. Can you keep yourself on mute if you're not talking?
We're all vegans. It's really insensitive.
But you also might have noticed, Jamie, that the most interesting intellectual discussions are to be had between the two globers, because the flat earthers are just talking about dodos and stuff.
I'm struck by
there's not really a case, to be honest, like listening in.
If I have a misunderstanding of how flying circumnavigating the globe in an aircraft would happen north-south, then I'd be interested to be corrected on that. But
yeah, I mean, the basics of it, like I was saying, Lewis, is that the plane can hold any course it wants to. There's no way that there's any force strong enough to deflect a plane from holding its course, right? So there's going to be no problem holding a course to fly a circumpolar route all the way around, longitudinally around the Earth. Other than, having, not very many places to divert in an emergency or having the range to do so.
But with the autopilot, or if the pilot's manually holding a heading based on a compass,
right?
That heading is constantly changing if they're flying north-south. Whereas if they were flying east-west, that heading wouldn't change, and that heading change is caused by the difference in the momentum or the difference in the rotation.
Well, I'm not sure what you mean by changing. I mean, even when you're flying east to west, the heading is going to drift in that you have to make a correction as you're going. Like the example is, let me think of a way that I could describe it. So if you were standing on the North Pole, right, and then you wanted to walk a circle that was like 10 feet in diameter around the North Pole, right? So you wanted to walk around the North Pole with like a 5-foot radius between you and the North Pole, and you were looking at headings you would have to maintain in order to do that. You clearly couldn't just set up your east would be constantly your east or your west would be constantly changing, right, as you walk around, because as you take a step, now suddenly east is slightly different than it was before. But the navigational equipment on an airplane will show that change in the heading, and so it will hold a true heading. It will hold a true.
Unless you were exactly at the equator.
If you wanted to hold a true 90-degree heading, you can do that in an airplane, even though that 90-degree heading has to change as it goes around the Earth, right? Because you're going around in a circle.
You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. I would want to retract my previous statement then.
Which I think was Kirk was.
Let it be known for the record, Lewis has retracted his previous statement.
I mean, it shows that Lewis is willing to learn something.
Well, that's what globe heads are all about, aren't we? We're all about learning stuff, you know, truth. Just saying. I'm really going team globe head today.
I hate being wrong. I'm sorry.
What happened to Truth? Did he drop out or what?
Too much truth for him, bro.
But you know, it was funny when I started with the rectilinear lens thing. He was like, "Show me the video, show me the video," and we show him the video, and now he's got a whole bunch of other requirements, right? He's not willing to accept it. Now he wants to know, how do we know that that's a rectilinear lens? And draw me a line in Photoshop, and I want to see exactly which lens it was, and I want to see a video of him putting it in the box. You know, I mean, he didn't say that, but I mean, that's kind of
And even if you did that, he would demand that you teach him how to make a camera with a perfect lens, because he does his understanding of how lenses work and how they cancel out each other's various curved refractions throughout the lenses that exist in the camera. He would need to know that too.
That's the drill. They do it all the time with everything.
I mean, what I was getting at with him is like, you know, he keeps bragging about his $54 an hour job. It's like, okay, well, then you should be able to afford under $1,000 to launch your own balloon with your desired rectilinear lens that you've proven not to have any distortion. You know, you could videotape a bunch of checkered patterns and make sure that it's not distorted in any way.
Yeah.
And then he could go launch that balloon and for under $1,000 definitively prove to himself whether the Earth is round or not.
But he won't do that because he's not really interested in the truth. The name's just ironic.
It's a lie.
So Dave, looks like it's your time. This is your. This is it.
Yeah, Dave. Let's bring us back to the surface.
Let's talk about how there's no map.
How do you prove? How do you prove the Earth is round on the ground? Let's do that.
Sunset, sunrise. Let's start there.
No, that's not on the ground. No, it's not on
David,
the ground.
David, what is your opinion? What is your opinion of that rectilinear balloon footage?
Do you have a modern piece of equipment that shows that we're spinning? Do you have a piece of equipment, a modern piece of equipment? You think that you'd have some type of machine?
Yeah, it's called a laser ring gyro. Yeah, it's called a laser ring gyro, ring laser gyro.
What is that? That you put in an airplane, right?
Well, yeah, airplanes use it in their inertial navigation system, but there are ring laser gyros that aren't just used for aviation.
So how does this work?
Well, it has to do with the way that photons go around in a circle. But you can Google it and get or watch a YouTube video on it. Maybe I can find one for you that will explain it to you.
Oh my God! Come on, man.
No, I can't do this.
You can't do what?
Sure,
Learn?
you can.
No,
it's not gonna prove the Earth spinning, man.
Hold on, take it easy on the guy. He can't learn.
How is
Don't pick
something
on him for that.
that is used for something flying going to prove on the ground that
Don't you worry about it,
Earth spinning?
David, the Earth is flat. Don't let them do this to you.
I already know that.
Yeah, you stay right where you are.
We got it.
Come on, David. You're not open to new evidence. Come on. You want to see it?
No, I want to see that. I want to see something that. Let's see what other proofs you got besides a gyro.
None that
we know those.
We just showed you a high altitude balloon with a rectilinear lens. What did you think about that?
I'm talking about on the ground. Go down. Just standing on the ground. What piece of equipment? How can you prove we're spinning?
Or
that it's round.
Okay. Or that I have another one for you. Or that it's round. Okay.
The Foucault pendulum does both.
Man, nobody believes that.
It doesn't matter what you believe, David. The truth is still the truth.
Consistently all over.
Because you got a magnet standing on the bottom of a piece of a string, and that.
No, you don't need a
magnet.
You don't even know what a Foucault pendulum is. Just a weight on a. It's just a weight on a line. That's all that it is.
We understand that. You don't have anything better than that.
There's no magnet. There's no magnet necessary.
Don't lie, David. You don't understand. Stop saying that.
David, if you pull back a weight on a line and let it go, shouldn't it just follow the straightforward back and forth motion forever?
On a flat Earth, it sure should.
Yeah, how about if you could put tape on the outside of the space station too? I saw that last night, but
we
didn't talk about that.
No, I said that just for the record. This is a tangent. I said on the inside of a space station.
Yeah,
that's different.
Inside. That's right.
All right. Now back to the Foucault's pendulum. If you have a weight on a line and you pull it back and let it go, shouldn't it go straight forward and back if there's no motion? Right.
It would depend on if you had a fishing line, right, and you strung it out until you found the curve, and then you let go. See, when
Until
you get to
you
the
found
curve,
I have no idea what you just said there. What do you mean found
until
the
you
curve?
found the curve. No, you just pull it straight back towards yourself. You take the
Listen
weight
to him
on the
lapping.
line,
Listen
and you
to
pull it
him
back.
lapping.
Right?
He's an absolute pro. He's an absolute pro.
So imagine you have a weight on a line and you pull it back.
like
right?
a fishing line, right?
And you hold it here and you attach it to another line that holds it in this position, ready to swing forward, and you burn the line that you had to hold it in position so that it's a perfect let go. There's no tangential velocity.
How about if you put a cannonball in there?
That wouldn't matter.
David,
Great,
why
use
do
a
you keep not
cannonball.
wanting to talk about the point that Lewis is talking about? Why do you got to go
Use
on
a
this tangent?
cannonball. It
What
doesn't matter.
if you go and do this and do that?
Just take a line. Just take a line and a weight, pull it back, attach another line to it so that it's in a position where it will swing forward when this line is burned through. Light this line on fire. Eventually, it will burn, and that eliminates the possibility for human error. And then, what should happen if the Earth is not moving? What should happen?
I don't know. Get one of your teammates to answer that.
It should go straight forward and back. It should go straight forward and back. God damn it.
You see how they can't answer our questions?
See, they can't even. Your teammates can't even answer your questions.
Well, and someone in
I
I was asking you.
We can all answer the question.
My
You're the
God.
only kid on the panel that can't.
Lois, take a chill pill, man. Come on, bro.
We've been joined by Brenda. Please tell you, Brenda.
Don't you worry.
You're not, man. You're a very, very mean man.
Very mean, very unprofessional man.
Sorry to interrupt, gentlemen. We
professional,
just
man.
get a quick hello from Brenda.
Hello.
Hey, Brenda.
Is this
Very
a
quick.
frustration?
Lois, it's Lucille. It's whatever I want it to be. Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Yeah, don't you worry.
Troll.
I've already used that line.
Brenda, shut your mouth when you're talking to me, too. Do you have your member still?
Oh,
I'm
Shield Scanner,
curious.
why are you so mad?
How many accents
What
does this guy have?
What was that question again?
Do you have your member?
Does anybody know what Dale says all the time?
That's awfully topical. Dell says,
do you still have your
complete
member,
and utter
man?
crap all the
What
time.
is your question?
I think it wants to know if you have your penis.
You know.
Yes,
yes,
my friend.
Nathan, would you please eject this person?
I'm just curious. I'm not being.
No, you're not curious. You're just trying to piss off another person who has made their own choices, and that's all you want. That's all you want. You're attacking the individuality of another person, and you are a disgusting person for doing that.
You are arrogant and
That is all
condescending
that's
to everybody.
happening.
You are the one to attack.
You are attacking people because you are not the center of attention.
Very easy question to answer. I don't say mean thing.
Eject
don't
him.
say mean thing. I ask very easy question to
I
answer.
also vote to eject Shield Scanner.
Eject.
Don't ejaculate me. Don't do it, okay?
I vote to eject.
Now he's using ejaculate. Is that language that's proper on your channel, Nathan?
What are you talking about? I'm just speaking like a
What are
normal
you
man.
talking about, the Shield Scanner? Aren't you a good person? Are you a good person or not?
I try to be.
Do
I
you
don't
have
know.
empathy for other humans? Do you care?
I ask simple
Do you
questions.
respect
You can't
yourself
answer
or
it.
other
You're
people?
Ball-o-meter. I want to see the spinning ball.
You're triggered, man. Why are you so triggered off simple question, man?
I am not triggered.
Why don't you make one, David? You think you're so smart.
I ask her if
Why
she
don't
still
you
has her
make one?
member. That's all I ask. Goddamn.
You ask her if she still has
All
a
right, now-
member, but you already know the answer because you said she and her.
So
Well, she likes to be referred to as that. That's why I
Well,
say that.
you
'cause
know,
I was
what
being
does this
respectful.
have to do with the shape of the earth, Phil?
I was being respectful, my friend.
I have him
You're not being
blocked.
respectful.
I have the asshole blocked, and I can't hear him. So if he's talking, that's too bad. If Nathan
mad
wants
people. I
to
don't get it,
resolve
you know, I
this
just
issue,
talk
he can
about
kick him.
Simple
But
question,
otherwise,
you know,
I'm
they
going to
get
keep
mad at
talking.
me. God.
And
God.
whether I'm talking over him or not, I don't know.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Talk over him. He doesn't have anything.
He's not talking anyway. Just talk.
Yeah, that's fine.
You have the floor.
Yeah, that's fine,
So
Brenda. He has
what's the general topic of discussion?
We were talking about Foucault's pendulum with David.
Oh, okay. Well, does he know what a pendulum is?
Nope.
No.
No. Okay.
I mean, we are talking with David here. So,
David, what is a pendulum?
We don't want to get into your little proofs over here. We want to hear about something else besides something from the 1800s.
You asked for proof. You asked for proof that the Earth is a ball, and we're trying to give it to you. So do you know what a pendulum is? If you don't, we'll explain it.
I've already looked at it. I already understand it. But the point being
David,
is what
if you
other
don't
proof
want
do you
something
have?
from the 1800s, why are you dealing with all the
Well,
bullshit from Robotham?
it's 2017, so you ought to have something.
Where's Robotham from?
Where's something that's electronic?
Why is it a point? Why is it a point, David? Why is it a point for somebody to say it is the current year, therefore something? What does it matter if it's the current
coming
year?
out?
I
know a lot of little kids that want a present for Christmas, okay? And you could get we could invent a new thing right now. The spinning earthometer or the spinning ballometer.
David,
how would you invent that? David, how would
you
you
could put
invent that?
NASA's logo on them. You know what I'm saying? You can put NASA's logo on them, and they could turn it up.
We know what you're saying, David.
Right,
You're trying to reject
guys.
the Foucault pendulum because it's from the 1800s when you're perfectly happy to accept all the garbage regurgitated by Eric Dubay from Robotham in the 1800s.
Well, his truck has that ancient technology called
Sorry to
the
interrupt
wheel.
you. We've been joined by
Exactly,
Mr. Grimm.
yeah.
Pleased to have you here, Mr. Grimm.
I guess we should just throw the wheel out because we can make something better,
Yeah,
right?
We've been joined from the 19th century as well. So
I've got to turn you all down, have I?
I can't tell you that. I can
job,
tell you
David.
300 years
David,
ago.
just let me get this one intro in, please.
I can tell you that.
We've been joined by Mr. Grimm. Pleased to have you here.
David, are you seriously interested in actually learning anything about reality, or are you just here to be a contrarian?
No, I like to ask you questions you don't know the answers to. That's what I like doing.
Well, okay, that's fine. Ask us questions.
Can't learn. Don't taunt him.
If you're not interested in hearing explanations, because earlier you asked us, "What's your proof for the ball?" You right, and you didn't like the Foucault's pendulum, so ask us questions.
In 2017 technology.
The
2017, 18 proves the Earth spins. What is the technology of 2017 that you have that'll prove the Earth spinning?
You want a digital
what does that
pendulum?
have to do with anything?
Because you don't have anything.
What is
satellites, cameras in space? That's
what was the
one.
first satellite? The first satellite didn't go out in space till 1961 or something.
And also, David,
50 years ago.
We don't need technology to prove that the Earth is spinning.
Well, technology is what's proven to you that you think that people are going into outer space and going to Mars.
Think. It's not.
Right. What if we put a laser on the Foucault pendulum? Would that make you happy?
Where's it at? Let's see a picture of it.
Would that make you happy? You can answer a question.
Where do you think the laser should be?
I'm not a pendulum builder, so I don't know. Everybody
you don't even know what a pendulum is.
Everybody,
hey,
let me say this. Every man has to know their limitations.
All you are is just a bunch of dumb questions.
Yeah,
David.
Around claiming your limitations are extremely far behind our limitations.
Sure, they are.
Good that you know.
That's a great retort.
Right.
Get it again. Do it again, David. Come on. Show us how smart you are.
Ding, ding. We knocked you out again.
There we go. Exactly what we want.
What is a pendulum?
We don't want to hear about your pendulums. When are you gonna prove that we live on a flat Earth in 2018? I'm not talking about 1918.
It's the same issue. It's the same issue that we have with Truth Seeker. He says he's an engineer and then demonstrates nothing to do with
engineering.
You ought
to have one in your bedroom over there. Why don't you have one in your bedroom? Really, all you do is put it on a string.
Well, because I don't need one in my bedroom. Why would I need one in my bedroom?
Put one above your bed and let it swing around your head.
Why do you keep asking when we're going to prove the globe when you don't even know if there's proof to begin with? You don't even understand any of this. Why would you think you would know if there were proof?
What do you mean I don't understand? I understand completely fine. I know that
you don't understand. You don't even know how a pendulum works. You don't have any argument, no reputation for a pendulum. You don't know how anything works. You think that on a globe,
it's all a ruse.
A truck should fall off of the road in Chile.
If it's all a ruse, dumb you are, and you understand it, explain what a pendulum is.
You explain to me how you know it works, and then I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll do that for you, David. I'll do that for you. So a pendulum follows the simple rules of momentum. So as long as there's nothing blocking it, it'll continue to swing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth forever, right? Forever.
So that's free energy, right? That's free. You use a pendulum.
No.
Free energy,
As long as there's nothing stopping it. So in order
there's
to
friction on everything, man.
In order to
everything
capture
has friction.
David, in order to capture the energy in a pendulum, you have to slow it down. You have to put something in the way to capture that momentum, and that would stop the pendulum.
Lewis did say if nothing is blocking it, over time the air blocks it. It does slow it down. That's why it does come to a stop.
Yeah, there is.
So I hope you are all enjoying the show thus far. If you've not done so already, please share the show on social media, and if you are new to this channel, be sure to subscribe. Literally 50% of the people watching this broadcast are not subscribed, so hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside the show while it is live, and if you'd like to join the debate, there is a link in the info box below this video. Simply click on that link with the watch page, i.e. the page you are currently looking at on mute, to join the discussion and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There are only a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number 1, please do not swear. If you do, you will be ejected. Number 2, if you are ejected, please do not try to rejoin using sock accounts. You will be warmly welcome back on the next stream. So once more, if you've not shared already, please click on the share button, and if you've not subscribed, click on the subscribe button, and I'm going to transition you back to the action. I'll be back once more, maybe to plug the links, and then thank the audience in about half an hour's time when we end this broadcast.
That's another knockout, by the way, Dave. Boom! It's not looking good. You're on the ropes. What are you going to do?
I'm just still waiting on the map to come out, not from Google Earth. That's what I'm waiting on.
Map? What about a coloring book, David? Would you like a Flat Earth coloring book?
How about a globe Earth coloring book? We really like that.
Well, we have a globe, and guess what? It works. The globe works. No Flat Earth map fully works.
How do spaceships go to Mars? I thought when they went into outer space, the friction stopped, so fuel's not going to work in space. So basically, they can only go the speed when they leave the Earth's orbit. Isn't that what they say?
How do you spell vernal equinox?
NAILINTHECOX.
Oh, sorry.
No, but in all seriousness, David, are you really here to try and figure anything out, or are you just here to troll? Just be honest.
No, I'm here to ask you questions you can't answer. So
you sound like one of the most closed-minded, stubborn people I've ever spoken to in the flat Earth community.
Oh, sure.
Literally impossible to talk to.
All I ask for is proof on the ground. That's all I ask.
And you get it, and you go on and ask another question. You reject it and go on and ask another question.
They say it starts at my feet, but they can't tell me how far I got to go before I can see it.
All right. If you hate the Foucault's pendulum so much, can you see the sunset from the ground?
Man, we've already been through this already.
Can you see a boat going over the horizon from the ground?
Yes, that's how they con everybody.
Let's talk about that one then, David.
Easy.
Let's get everybody to hit that super share. Come on, hit that super share.
What's wrong? How would you explain, David? How would you explain a boat going over the horizon on a flat Earth?
Well, if you took that fishing string from the back of that boat, and that fisherman was back there, how long until it hit the water? If it could stay 1 foot above the water the whole time he was driving?
Well, since it can't, why don't you answer?
How do you know? How do you know? That's just like there's a curve.
Because of the physical properties of the fishing line. You know what doesn't bend that much? Light.
Does water.
You know what we've been studying for a long time throughout our entire history? Light.
Ding, ding. We knocked you out again. There we go.
No, you didn't, David.
Water doesn't bend either. Show me where water bends.
David, if you had any sense, you know that the fishing line would snap before it ever got straight.
The field of gravity bends. You don't understand that, and we're trying very hard to explain it to you at no personal gain to ourselves.
And so why does the boat disappear from the bottom up over the horizon?
Like, I get a lot out of this.
How
I really
big?
enjoy it.
So
How
once
big is
again,
the North Pole?
once again,
How big is
David,
magnetic?
how would you
How big is
explain
magnetic north?
a ship
How big is magnetic north?
going over the horizon?
What's the circumference of the
What?
magnetic
It's
North Pole?
24,900 miles. Stop asking ridiculous trivia.
No, he asked about the circumference of the magnetic North Pole, which would be about
circumference of it
approximately
depends on the
half
size
the
and strength of the
circumference of
magnet.
his mouth.
They're lying about the equator. It's half the size.
Actually, I don't think that
The
works
circumference
out.
of a magnetic field of influence around the poles, that's entirely dependent on the magnet itself. That's irrelevant. Let's focus on the thing that you asked for, which is
Chill
proof
out, man. Chill
from
out,
the
man.
ground that the Earth is round. Yeah?
Yeah, round like a basketball. Go ahead.
Light go in a straight line or not?
What if the satellites are creating a globe illusion? and
PMARS,
brainwashing
go
us?
away. Does light travel in a straight line or not, David?
Oh my God, man!
Like Project
It
Dream.
it depends on the mirrors and the lampshade.
It depends on the mirrors and the lampshade. So can you see around a corner at any point in your life if there's no mirror present?
You have to use that rectum lineator, man.
Yeah, it depends on if you got a mirror up there at the corner or not.
Yeah, I said that. That was part of the question. Were you listening?
Go ahead.
Can you see around a corner at any point in your life if there is no mirror present?
Boy, Lewis, you sound like a strong woman.
Oh my God.
Yes or no, David?
Only in TV shows.
Oh, so no. No is the answer. Thank you.
What is wrong with you,
So
man?
that
I
means
don't
light
get it. You're
travels in
so
a straight
angry. Chill
line,
out.
correct?
You're so
Yes
All
or
right,
no?
ding,
Chill
y'all
out,
won
man.
one.
Come
Okay,
on.
y'all
All
won
right,
one.
great,
The Ballers
So
won one.
So you
Okay.
concede. You
David-
concede that
finally,
light
the
travels
Ballers
in a
won
straight
one.
line.
We won them all.
You concede that.
You won this.
Rage for me.
You're going to have a brain aneurysm,
Thank
man.
you.
Chill out. You're biting your national
So
teeth.
if light travels in a
God damn,
straight
man.
line,
Only in
how
TV
does
shows.
boats disappear
Gnashing your teeth,
over
man. Chill
the
out.
horizon, out of the line of sight?
Do it, David.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm glad I'm not in your presence.
You
You
can
punched me in my
explain it.
face, I feel like, man. God.
You can explain it.
We
How does a
I
TV
can't
produce
explain it.
light?
PMARS, go the fuck away.
Right now, David.
Man, that is a cuss word. Eject him, man. Come
Let's
on.
be cool, man.
Get
Let's
him out
be
of
Bye,
here.
Louie.
You guys.
We're gonna
I think that's
miss
best
you.
friends.
We're gonna miss you so much.
All right. So, David, how does the ship
No, don't
disappear
try to
below
turn
the
this back
horizon?
on me now.
David, how does the ship disappear below the horizon? From the
Look what
I'm
you've
bottom up?
done, David.
Hey, don't be trying to beat up on me now. Y'all kick Lewis out of here. I don't want to
Hang
hear
on,
it.
did someone snipe Lewis? What happened?
Probably Nathan, but who knows? We have Carson Ryan joining us now.
Daily, how are you,
David,
Ryan?
I mean, Nathan probably wants to get a hello from Carson.
Hold on a minute.
If I could, that'd be great. You say a quick hello. Hello, Carson. Can you say hello? Or maybe a few more words than just hello.
Hello?
That's good enough. Thanks for being here.
What's up, Carson?
Not
So what do you
much.
bring?
How's your guys' argument going?
Very poorly. What do you bring? What do you bring, Carson?
Oh, brilliant. It's going well tonight.
I didn't mean to ask a hard question. So, David, how does the boat disappear below the horizon, disappearing from the bottom up, if the Earth is flat?
Your beautiful monotone voice kicked him out of here, man.
Yeah.
Shill, I have faith in you. I think if you're persistent enough and you keep trying, one day you will be funny. Keep it up, man. So, David,
Thank you, my friend.
how do you explain the ship disappearing below the horizon?
I don't know how far a ship can go in one direction, but before it has to turn around and come back because it can't get back if it went because it went too far. How about that?
All right. So, if everybody here were to just act as though David were not here, the rest of us could speak without his foolish interjection. If anybody else agrees with me, do it. If you want to talk to David, talk to David.
We don't want to hear it. Y'all hadn't come up with one proof yet. This is like, what is this, debate 41? And y'all hadn't come up with one proof we live on a spinning ball.
Sure they have.
David, do you think
David, you don't even sound like me.
Everything's from outer space. You haven't come up. We haven't come up with one proof from the ground.
Well, don't you find it peculiar that they're spinning balls in outer space?
How come we don't see this big test where all the where
David, I asked you a question, David. David,
you think they'd have that on set?
David, why don't they have that on set? Why do you suppose we see spinning balls? Why do you suppose we see spinning balls in outer space? If spinning balls are such a weird thing.
Sure we do.
Do we see it?
How about the moon? How come the closest ball to you doesn't spin? So what do you want to say about that?
It's definitely rigged. I'm rigged.
The closest ball, the moon.
Yeah, actually, the moon does spin, buddy.
Sure, it does. Yeah. Have you ever seen the other side?
It sure ain't flat though, is it?
The Earth is flat because of truck. Come on,
it does spin in relation to the sun.
All right. So, what are people that will do and say anything for money?
A horse like you, Truth. Now, where in the video does it say anything about half the radius of the Earth? You never could find that information, Truth. Why are you lying to everybody? Where in the video is it? Where in the video you supplied is that information from what you claim?
Again, I'm on mobile and I can't watch my YouTube videos and
again.
Is there a single flat earther out there that's not just a complete lying cuck? Can we please get somebody in here to argue for flat Earth that is not a
that's why I
complete
just
lying
joined
cuck?
Flat earthers. This is terrible.
I said not a complete lying cuck, Truth. You're disqualified.
That's exactly why I joined, sir.
Do you know, the other night, after Nathan's show, like Truth was just in here calling like Curve to Whore for like an hour on repeat, like Curve's a whore, Curve's a whore, Curve to Whore, while we were just ignoring him and talking.
What year did they start? What year?
He seemed mental. He really
seemed
wrong with it, man.
What year was it finally that they got everybody convinced they lived on a ball? What year was that?
I think we should go back to talking to Dave.
And everybody's not convinced, obviously. So that's a loaded question.
No, I'm asking what year was it that pretty much the entire world thought we lived on a ball, huh?
But what do I know?
What year was that?
So David, what goes on? You're sitting there and then it's like all these questions start coming out into your head and you're like, I'm just gonna go and badger people I don't know for the answers instead of actually like reading a book or checking out Wikipedia.
No, we just know that you don't know the answers. That's what the whole point is. That you come to these conclusions, but you have no idea of the certain.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
what?
Some of the questions don't even
tell me where it is that I have to be able to answer all of your questions. Why do I have to be able to answer every single insane and ludicrous and preposterous question that you can possibly think of to throw at me?
It's like
why must I be able to answer that?
What
it's like a 350. It's like a 350 Chevy. If you don't have all the parts, it ain't gonna crank up. Okay.
You don't have all the parts, mister, because you don't know how pendulums are built.
And y'all's ball earth stuff doesn't have all the parts.
Well, where are all your parts?
I'm surprised how quickly that progressed.
I don't even think it's for real. I think he's just here to troll us and make us jump through his hoops. That's all that he's here for.
All right, I have to take back what I said. Oh no, actually I was correct. If Shill Scanner kept at it, he would eventually be funny. And the next thing he said actually was funny.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man.
Earth is truck, David. There you go. You can go to bed now.
Shill Seeker, what was that movie you recommended to me like a couple days ago, a few days ago? Remember that? On that other hangout, it's like a psychological thriller. It won like movie of the year in like some film festival.
I think you got the wrong guy, my friend. I don't. That's not me, man.
No, it was you.
Julie with Jennifer Lopez.
Never mind. Sorry.
Oh, it was Glitter. That's right. Glitter. With Mariah Carey. That was the one. But yes, Earth is definitely truck, man. He says that he's balls deep in his wife. Next thing you know, he trips over a tree stump, falls in the creek. Proof Earth is flat, you know. That's all I see.
Hey, I know I'm not gonna. I know if I drive 12,000 miles, I'm not gonna be driving upside down. I do know that.
Well, everybody knew Earth was bald till truck. You know, when truck came out, that's when we all figured out. And you know, Earth is truck. And if you come back to me later, I've got new videos on my channel as well. Everybody needs to go check out, man. Mark Sargent makes appearance. Nathan Oakley himself makes appearance.
Nathan knows Earth's flat.
That's great.
I don't know why Nathan's a flat earther though.
That's an appeal to brown nosing, David.
Mm-hmm. That's why he's having these debates, so we shut y'all down because we know how it is over here.
Yeah.
We got a lot of
phenomenal job with that. Phenomenal.
We've
got
a lot of ball earthers out here muddying the waters. We know that.
Yeah, muddying the waters, making big waves, taking photos.
We got a lot of flat earthers dirty in the gene pool.
Mm-hmm.
I am grateful to David for being on camera in his videos, so that I can be sure that he's not.
Y'all don't even know who I'm kin to. I'm a great nephew of Will
Dave's
Rogers.
dog is so cute as well.
You're not a great anything, David.
Yeah, I'm the great nephew of Will Rogers. That's right.
I would think that the MMS keeps the flat Earth gene pool clean.
And colon.
Y'all still can't prove we live on a spinning ball on the ground.
I'd like to.
Sorry to interrupt. We've already done it.
We can. It's called full cold pendulum and Sagnac interferometer.
He might just me interested.
I just want to see a map to scale of all the continents, north to south, all of them, 1 to 500 miles.
Just ignored everything I just said.
That's a flat Earth problem.
Can you ignore the vernal equinox every year?
And we don't care about the stars over here.
About twice a year.
See, he doesn't care.
Hey, David, what causes the phases of the moon?
He's not sure. He doesn't know.
Mm-hmm. What it was taught for years that it was the Earth's shadow, huh?
Nope,
it was never taught that it was Earth's shadow. My God, you don't.
About? Oh, man.
Look up Earth shadow taught to kids.
I think we're picking on
Google.
I think this is
look it up.
Look,
Earth shadow.
Look it up. I was a kid and I was taught it correctly.
Earth shadow taught to children about moon phases. I guarantee it's going
to Google fallacy, David.
You can still prove the Earth shadow.
Fighting with short.
Did you know that, David? Did you realize that there are people out there who could and would make a video about how giving a 3-year-old LSD would make it grow up to be a genius and could be quite convincing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dave, you can't just go believe in everything you see on the internet, man.
Well, I mean, not to actually support that, but
no, definitely that is not a factual statement. It's just an analogy to the kind of bullshit that exists on the internet that can look very
100 years ago, people didn't even have cars. Okay, so you won't try to act like everybody's just become a genius all of a sudden.
Actually, they did.
Yeah, I mean, 1917. I mean, the Model T was what, 1905?
Right. I mean, people didn't even have cars. It was like 1 out of 100 people had cars back then.
So basically, David doesn't know what he's talking about again.
So we're talking about technology, and it's 2018, and you don't even have a spinning ballometer. Where's the spinning ballometer at?
We do. It's called
to interrupt you guys. Can I just get something in? Because people asked to me. Sorry, David. Can I just interrupt you? Sorry, David. Sorry.
Why don't you come out with it and make $1 billion? You fucking.
It's related to something that Channel.
Somebody already did that, though. That's why.
Sorry to interrupt. I barely ever get a word in. Bear with me. Just bear with me.
Put his name on it.
You ever hear the phrase, if it ain't broken, don't fix it?
Come on, please. So, how you mentioned something about giving
rocks from it.
Oh, David.
Shut your mouth. He's wanting to talk, man. Come on.
Right, so Q mentioned about giving LSD to babies, and that came after a very interesting thing that P. Mars brought up about flat Earth, which was in relation to what was it again, P. Mars? But if you could expand on that, if you can expand on what you said,
hydrochlorite.
Narrowing the gene pool, or whatever you said, for flat earthers with MMS. Can you expand on what you meant by that?
Oh, it's just like a joke because she said like flat earthers will dirty the gene pool, but if they're drinking MMS, which is bleach, their genes should be pretty clean, you know.
I know you were being facetious in the way you phrased it, but I just want you. It's based around something that's happening, though, isn't it, P?
And it's highly oxidative to.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe people think flat earthers are gullible for some reason. I don't know why, and they try and market stuff like MMS to them and stuff. I don't know.
It's because you can't smell any curvature, man.
He's got a point.
My dog can smell it.
It's not good, man. That, like, you know.
You guys want to see what they've been doing with it? They've been giving young children forced enemas with it, and taking it makes their intestines come out of their bodies.
The lining of their intestines.
Yeah, the lining of their intestines coming out of their bodies, and then the moms are writing, because it's given as a sacrament of a church. The moms are writing, "Look at the demon worms coming out of my son."
And it's
then,
just the lining of the child's intestine.
It's so disgusting, and I could not. It's appalling, and I fought against it, against Amanda Mary and Doug Jewell. I fought against them. They're millionaires pretending to be stranded in a hotel, and they need all your help so much. And I did all the work about Dr. Bradstreet's papers and the stuff that they were misrepresenting to aid themselves in their agenda to make more money, since they had paid a very large amount of money to actually have invested. They've invested a large amount of money into that MMS, and they're selling it amongst the so-called truther community of retards who are running around here not really doing any research and falling for every emotional thing that they can find. So I'll drop it there.
And since there are flat earthers listening, we need to emphasize the fact that MMS is bad. Nobody here has said anything good about MMS.
It's not made for ingestion. You should not ingest it.
Don't drink bleach, people. Don't.
It's just like
How about the turpentine? They say you do the turpentine too. You seen that?
They do promote turpentine. I've heard
a lot of like
about
alternative.
You feel good about that, David? You feel good about that?
I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
I'm asking you. Do you feel good about that, David?
Told you that some of these people aren't very
I'm a baking soda guy. I brush my teeth with baking soda. You know, baking soda is good for you.
Hi, Huey. How
Nobody's
you doing?
calling baking soda a poison.
Good
So,
day,
how do you feel about your fellow flat earth?
That was loud.
Hello. It's going to end soon, isn't it?
About 10 minutes left, roughly.
This will never end.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be talking to David for the next 10 years.
Anything good?
Flat Earth is the song that never ends.
It's tied up right now. Louis knocked us out in the second, so we got to come back here in the last inning here.
You know, I find it interesting that David. I find it interesting that David isn't willing to take third-party knowledge for anything, but it's too cold for him to go over to the North Pole and find that out for himself.
Because all you have to do is have common sense here. That's what the problem is. They beat the common sense out of y'all.
That is the problem. That is the problem.
Not wanting to be told, so you don't want to go get your first-hand knowledge that you require of us.
I'd rather have uncommon sense than common sense.
These days, I tell you.
Why do you think you live on a ball? Come on, y'all answer that question.
Well, we don't. We know.
Well, yeah,
that's the end of that, David, because you can't understand. You understand
parameter
that we talked to you about.
And vernal equinox again.
I'm sending all y'all a bolometer for Christmas.
And derp. That's all you do, David.
Can you refute the vernal equinox, David?
I just want to know about these.
Spell vernal equinox.
Nope,
and he sure doesn't know what it is.
Again, sir. No.
You don't even know what it is, David. It's another argument. You don't know what it is. Aren't you interested?
Hey, David, how many parts? How many parts in a pendulum?
You're not embarrassed, David, at all?
Hey, it's just like the compass. Y'all try to tell me.
As you guys probably just heard in the live audience, there is about a little under 10 minutes left on this broadcast. If there was any gaps on the panel, I'd be encouraging you to do some last minute trolling, but it seems we already have some going on the panel, so I will transition back pretty quickly. If you've not shared the show already, please share it on social media. If you did want to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside the live show. I will come back just one more time to say a big thank you to the live audience and to thank the panel as well. In the meantime, I'll transition you back to the debate.
Have it Australia to point north.
We're down in the southern hemisphere. They do weight them differently to do that.
Yeah, sure they do, but they only have 3 parts.
Have you done any research on it?
You had the 4th part to it, right,
David?
You had the 4th.
You had the 4th part. Research on this to verify this yourself.
It's 3 parts, man.
You might be wrong, David. Check it out.
No, David's never wrong.
Compasses have.
If you
compasses
don't know
have
what
three parts,
right
man.
is, you're never
Why would it need a
wrong.
fourth part unless it was being built to fit your ball, huh? Because everything points north,
That's
man.
a really stupid way to try to put it, David.
Compasses point north, man. Prove that they don't. Can
They
you prove
point
that
to the
compasses
North
don't point
Magnetic
north
Pole, then.
in Australia? Can you prove that?
Can you?
They point to the North Magnetic Pole, David, along the fields of magnetic declination.
A compass in the northern hemisphere won't work in the southern because the Earth is flat.
It will. It will, but they do make weighted compasses weighted differently for the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, another knockout. Another knockout. What are you going to do, Dave?
No, it's in the final inning now. He mixed
So
in baseball with boxing.
This is where Nathan's supposed to step in. Go ahead and prove this weighted compass that you're talking about.
Hey, you know what?
Well, prove it. Prove your weighted compass. Let's see it.
Okay,
Prove your
Nathan,
weighted
it's your fault now,
compass.
Nathan.
Let me see a
Nathan.
picture of your weighted compass. Let's see.
I will give you a link to it.
Passing the blame to you, Nathan.
Answer or respond to one thing rationally that we're trying to discuss with you.
I want to see. No, you've already. You said
I
for a
don't
fact
care
that they have these
what you
compasses.
want. I don't care what you want. You sit here and derp, and you just act like a child.
Give him
I
the
don't
link.
care
Give
what
him the
you
link.
want.
Final
I
punch.
don't care what you want.
Just show me a picture.
Let's see if we can get
And what's
into
it going to say
Show
when
you
you
a
show
picture
people?
because you can't read. That's why you don't type in the group chat, because you can't read.
I'm not even on that page.
You're not on any page, man. You're not even in the book.
Thank you, and that'll be all for tonight. Y'all have a good evening. I appreciate it.
I thought you wanted the link. I thought you were interested in this.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll wait on the link here. Let's see this special compass that you got.
Alex,
when you show him what he's asking for, he's going to say it's fake.
Yeah.
No, I want to
It's
see
okay
it.
that you don't hate him, Alex, because I hate him
I want to
enough.
see it. I want to see it working, and a guy open it up and say, "Look, here's the weight on the compass."
Nobody cares what you want, David. Nobody.
Let's see this. Let's
why
see this
you use
special
a
compass.
Can we watch the video I posted originally when I joined
the
the
ones
first?
made in China are only for China, right?
Your dog doesn't even care what you want.
That is a good video.
It has to do with the direction of the magnetic field lines. So you need a dip needle for the southern hemisphere.
Yeah, now it's something different.
Because you're not on a flat plane. More proof of the sphere, actually. It's too bad you can't see that.
I know. I'm just blind. I can't see anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe that's true. More than just metaphorically. I don't know if you can see or not.
Facetiously.
Well, I know metaphorically he is blind. I know that to be true, you know, so I took him for his word on that.
I am FaZe. You're always welcome to come in and challenge me on anything you want, wuss.
Can we watch that video I posted it originally when I first joined?
Politicians, folks. This is what we got. Politicians over here.
Everybody, let's get Nathan up to 5,000 subscribers, man. Everybody hit that super chat like, man.
Hit that.
The needle's been waved to float horizontally. You want to measure the vertical.
Everybody hit that super like, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Nathan's been around a long time. That's why I come on here.
It rotates in a vertical plane, like the dip needle opposite. And here's a photo, a picture. I can share all of this stuff with you.
Got about a minute left, just so you know.
Dip needle with a magnetic pointer. Thanks. That rotates in the vertical plane to show the Earth's magnetic indication or inclination. Excuse me. That's why it's not as if compasses won't work. You just need a different kind of compass because you are now in a parallel aligned magnetic field and not a horizontally aligned magnetic field.
So you added parts of the three-part compass is what you're saying.
Oh, well,
No.
That's it then, I guess.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Goodbye, truckers. I like you, man. Good guy.
Later on, guys.
Well, there you go. We beat him. Who else is left, Nathan?
I hate that guy. I really do.
I feel like, you know, like it's that scene in Gladiator where they fight everyone off and they're like, come on now, who else you got? Like Nathan's the emperor or whatever. He's feeling a bit nervous. He's got no more flatties left for us.
Little yellow bellied.
And with that, I'm going to say a huge, massive, enormous thank you to the live audience for joining us. And, of course, a massive thank you to all of the people who joined the panel for making this debate possible. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I will see you all in the next video.